Hi, I'm Steve Ray, and today we're here with Jim Underdown, owner of Lawn Doctor of Western Mass. Jim, how are you today?
Good, how you doing?
Now, many of you may know Jim as the owner of Downswings, a local indoor golf range and a great facility to work on your game in the winter.
Yep. Exactly.
But today we're here to talk about your new business venture, Jim. Tell us about what you're doing now.
Thank you. So yeah, I just bought Lawn Doctor of Western Mass over this last winter, and we'll be starting up here next week. We'll be fertilizing, weed control of yards is the main thing, kind of keeping your yard lush and green, giving it some curb appeal. And there's some other things that are involved with that, but the main part is the lawn fertilization and the weed control, trying to get the eyesores out of your yard and keep the yard lush and green for the summer months.
Now, obviously there's a love of grass.
Correct.
Based on your golf career.
Exactly, being a professional
But
golfer.
that being said, how'd you get into this?
So, Lawn Doctor had been fertilizing my yard for the last 5-6 years. I knew the owner. He was a customer of mine here in Downswing, so he and I just got talking back and forth. The talk of retirement came up, and I thought, that's interesting. That would kind of complement my winter business of Downswings with something to do in the summertime. Maybe something for my sons to do when they get older, maybe start a business that they can eventually grow into and make it family owned. And so he and I talked. The numbers made sense to me, and so here we are with two businesses that complement one another in the off seasons.
What are some of the challenges of setting up a business? I mean, you've done it twice now in Pittsfield.
Yeah, the challenges are the timing. You spend a lot of time setting these up, being on site at all these places, trying to make sure that things run successfully. And you want to hire employees, but at the same time, you have to kind of do things yourself in order to get them up and running. So that requires a lot of effort, which takes a toll on the family from time to time. But they understand that, and they know what I'm doing and where I am. It's been successful once. We'll see. I would assume Lawn Doctor's not going to be any different. Should be successful again.
So you anticipate adding staff in the upcoming months?
I do. I will add one staff member for Lawn Doctor, and I think he will also be someone who will work in here at Downswings with me, as he is a golfer in the off season, so he can kind of now have a year-round position. And then eventually someday, as we grow, either add a second vehicle and another staff member, or maybe again, like I said, my sons will be old enough someday to maybe eventually take over or at least work for me and see the operation. So that's kind of the goal 5 years from now. Where you see yourself 5 years from now, that's kind of where I see it for me potentially.
Well, you sound pretty upbeat about Pittsfield.
I am.
How long have you been here?
We have been here now 12 years in March. We moved here. I was a pro at Wacona Country Club for 7 years, so that was kind of where the golf background came from. We were in Florida, had children, and needed to kind of move closer to home. Our parents are from the New York State area, so this was as close as we could get, and we've enjoyed it now for 12 years, especially where we live.
What are some of your favorite things to do?
Well, favorite things to do. My son, I have one son and I, we like to go to Lebanon Valley, which doesn't really involve Berkshire County, but we certainly go over there and root for a lot of the drivers that are in the Pittsfield, Hinsdale area. So we root for those guys. The fun things, it's tough because we have two active boys, playing soccer, basketball, baseball. I'm involved with helping coach a lot of these teams. So a lot of our spare time is spent going to family events or family sporting events with these children, and that's good. It keeps me active. And now I get to sponsor the baseball fields that my sons play at. Clap Park, Springside Park will have banners up there that will advertise Lawn Doctor, and it's good to see your name out in the outfield.
Other than golf, what's your go-to sport?
I was a marathon runner in Florida, so I'd still say I'm probably physically fit when it comes to that. I enjoy running time to time, but not a lot of time in the day. Not enough hours in the day, as they say, when you have kids and own some businesses. So
they keep you running.
They keep me running. I don't. I get good cardio chasing them around. That's for sure.
Tell us something about your business, Lawn Doctor, that people wouldn't know.
A couple things. I think a lot of people hear lawn care as a service, and I think they think we mow yards and trim hedges and things of that nature. But no, we are strictly fertilization and weed control. We also have something that a lot of people don't know, and that's we also service for mosquitoes, fleas, and ticks. So you hear a lot about diseases and West Nile and Lyme disease and things of that nature. So we have products that we can spray on trees to eliminate mosquitoes. We have granules that we can put on the ground to eliminate the fleas and ticks. So that's another service we provide, so kind of keep you safe around your house from diseases and things of that nature. You won't really see the result as far as beauty and curb appeal, but nonetheless you'll be safer laying out by the pool and things of that nature.
Well, certainly it's in the news every day.
Every day.
And that's really an added feature that
Yeah.
I certainly wasn't aware that you could even do that.
Yeah, it's a nice add-on we put on about 5 years ago. We call it yard armor, so it doesn't have a real official name as far as lawn doctor or mosquitoes or anything like that, but it is Mosquito, Flea, and Tick Yard Armor is the actual name of the sister company that we have.
So you've been through a season already with this?
Correct. Last year I went through it with the current owner and kind of learned the bells and whistles, policies and procedures, the people, so that's been fun.
Any unique requests or certain things that stick out?
Yeah, I've had a couple of people that have asked me, hey, can you move my car? It's parked in the front yard. Can you get that out of there for me? Here's the keys. I've got to take care of the dog or the baby in here. I'm like, yeah, no problem. Just throw me your keys. I'll move them and I'll put it back for you when we're done. So at least I could service that portion of the yard. So that's really the only interesting requests I've had. We get a lot of requests for tree trimming and things of that nature, and I just have to refer them to other people that I know in that industry.
Anything exciting to tell current or future customers?
If you are a new customer, jump on board with us for our 5-step maintainer program. We'll offer 50% off the very first application, so you get 50% off the very first app. And if you are a current customer, we have referral programs and things of that nature. So if you can refer anybody to us, we'll give you $25 off your next service. And then that person will also save $25 off their first service. So it's kind of both of you get some kind of benefit out of that. So it's something we have going on, always ongoing.
And be sure to check on Park Bench for those coupons and specials that Jim's going to offer on a regular basis.
Correct.
And perhaps in the fall we can come back and talk about this facility you have here and other great community asset.
Absolutely.
Thanks for your time today, Jim.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate you coming.
I really appreciate
thank you. Appreciate
your commitment to the community.
Thank you.
Okay.